Hi everyone, I'm just going to stuff tinsel in a skull. You want to watch? Simplest project ever. I bought this tinsel last Christmas and promised to do something with it and just have never got round to it. Now I could cut all this beautiful shininess off and then put it in, but no, I want to cut a length of it and stuff it in. So shall we? This is just one of my sillier projects, but I think it could be quite dramatic. Now, probably when I fill this up with resin, we're going to end up with a load of bubbles and we're going to end up with some tinsel sticking out and some all sorts of silliness going on. But I don't really care. If there are any bubbles trapped in this, I think it'll add to the effect. Or it's just going to be that sparkly, we won't be able to see them anyway. One way or another, I don't care. So I'm pushing it in as best I can. As you can see, it's trying to get out. Yeah, I might stick a holographic inlay on the back here to keep that in, and also to, well, it'll add a bit of sparkle, but you probably won't be able to see it, but we might as well use a holographic one. So you can see some bits falling off the tinsel. I'll put those to one side and keep them for something else. Right, I'm going to get all PPE'd up and we'll chuck some resin in. Right, we have resin. Now, one thing you might notice is that my skull has got distorted. I am hoping that the heat from the resin curing and the just the pressure of the resin in there will push that outwards and sort it out for me. It was a cheap version. This was a Temu bargain as opposed to from Let's Resin or someone like that. So, you know, it's what you get with cheaper quality. But it's, you know, I've had 3 or 4 decent skulls out of it. This is, I don't know why it's gone like this. I really don't know. It's just been sat on a shelf like this. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it'll sort itself out. I'm going to have to get a new one, aren't I? But then I don't make that many skulls. The resin I'm using, by the way, is Apex High Gloss. I've got the big bottles with the pump tops on them. So that always makes life a lot easier. It's a lot less messy. So if you didn't know, the sort of medium and upwards size bottles of Apex, a lot of them do come with pumps nowadays. It is quite hard to hard work pumping it out of the resin one. The hardness not too bad, it's thinner. But the resin one, yes, it does make your arm ache a bit, but it's made measuring it out and being less messy. You don't like to use the phrase game changer, but for me it has been. Anyway, I'm going to stir this up. It's a medium viscosity resin. As you can see, I've got a few bubbles in it already, but they will disappear all of their own accord. So I'm just going to keep stirring it up. I could have used a deep cast because this is quite a deep mould. Possibly deep cast might have been better, but as I didn't want to wait till Christmas after next for it to cure, I've just gone for the ordinary one that should be cured within a day. I mean, it'll be cured by morning. So I've gone with that one. And I know the high gloss actually does go up to a deeper depth than some of the more regular resins do. So I can probably get away with it. I think last time I used this mould, I did just use high gloss anyway. So it's a good all-purpose kind of resin, this really. It's reasonably heat resistant too, so I've used it for coasters. I think they recommend, Apex recommend 1 coat for coasters, which is their shallow pour fast cure one. You can demold it in a couple of hours and it's very, very heat resistant. This one is still pretty good heat wise though. As I say, I've used it for coasters loads of times and not had any issues whatsoever. So I'm just, yeah, my favourite resin, in case you haven't guessed. I'll put links for you down below in the description for the tinsel. I can't help you with because I got that from a garden centre. The skull mould, I will put you the link for the Let's Resin version because I know they do it, and it would be a much better mould than this one. So this is the Temu one. It started to go hard as well. So yeah, I'll put you the link to the better quality one. They're not expensive anyway, these, probably know. So I'll put you the link to that. Anyway, I'm going to carry on stirring for a couple of minutes and I will be back with you shortly and we'll have a bit of fun with this mould, filling it up. Okay, I'm just going to pour this in. Wish I'd used a clean cup. This one's all stained, but it doesn't seem to have affected the resin. Now I'm pouring it in slowly. I'm going to let it settle, pour it in a bit at a time. You can see how it's already making that sparkle pop, which is lovely. Now, while that's settling down, I've got some. Now these were. That's a really nice inlay. That was from Julie Art Studio, but but it's not going to be big enough. So I did get some cheapy ones. I think these were Temu. I can't remember. Look, cheap hollow inserts. I even wrote it on the bag because I wanted to see what these are like. So let's give them a go. Not that you're going to see it terribly well, I think, but because they've been under all this, but it'll serve its purpose to hold the resin, the tinsel in. I will do a review on these at some point. I've had them for ages, these inserts, these inlays, and I just haven't got around to doing anything with them. I have such a backlog, it's ridiculous. So you can see it's all starting to sink down as I'm pouring. Just letting it find its way. I can probably poke some of these in. I hope so. But I do want it to go on, you know, not to all sort of sink down, so I don't mind if some of it's sticking out. We can trim it off afterwards anyway, can't we? But, you know, the plan was to try to get it all in there and get use a silicone inlay or a mat, or you can use whatever you like, of course, to just sort of flap it on the back and it'll just keep all these bits down. Poke, poke, poke. This is a great thing for poking, isn't it? Oop. Yeah, most of this is going down anyway. And of course, what you can do is come back when it's part cured anyway and poke it down again if I really wanted to. Now, I can't remember how much this mould holds, but I've got most of a half-pint party cup here. Oh, people have been asking, how do I reuse these? Yes, I do. You can either wipe them out, or you can just let the resin in there cure, and then you can use it again. Up to you. So I use them a few times before I chuck them away. I'm actually finding it easier than using silicone pots, which is daft really, because silicone pots are specifically designed for this. But yeah, I just find the whole clean-up a lot easier. Possibly to do with the size as much as anything. I think I'm going to need a little bit more, so and I might prop a couple of heavy things either side of it. Just going to give it a squish. Yeah, I might prop a couple of heavy things either side of it to try to help push that shape back. So don't forget, everyone, if you want this resin, or these glitter stirrers, these are cocktail stirrers. People keep asking me about them. The links are down in the description below. All you do is you click on, I think it say see more or something like that in the video description, and the links for them will be down below. These are I just buy big bags of these from Amazon, because if I remember to wipe them clean, they last for ages. I bought a bag of 100 about a year ago, and they're still going. So yeah, only cheapy things, but they work really well. And so obviously I don't have a discount for you on those. The resin I do, I've got a 15% discount on the resin. There's also a discount on the Let's Resin version of this mould that I'll put you the link for. So look for the discount codes down below. The Let's Resin ones, I've got discount codes for a number of countries now. Just for you online, sell Apex, and they will ship worldwide anyway, the Apex resin. So hopefully, if you want to treat yourself to any stuff, you should have a discount code there for you. Right, let's lob this in. I hope this is enough this time. It just occurred to me I could put these cut off bits just in the back anyway, couldn't I? There we are. Why not? It's all extra shine, isn't it? There we are. Right, just going to pour this bit in and hopefully that'll be it then. And I'm drizzling it all over. Well, I'm just pouring it in one place now because I think that might help these little bits of shiny to sink. And I think we're up to the top. Okay, we've got him filled up. There's bubbles coming up all over the place at the moment. So in putting this inlay on the back, chances are we're going to trap even more bubbles in. But like I said, it really does not matter. So this is the holographic inlay. Now I know we're probably not going to see any of that sparkle when we take this off, because it's going to be so packed full of this tinsel. But as you can see, what it's doing is it's just the right sort of size to hold that tinsel down. Now what I might do is just put a little bit of weight on there. So the other one, and what else have I got? I don't want to squash it too much, but there's all the rest of them. Here we are. I'll put a bit of weight on it. That's all the rest of those inlays. Right, I'll see you later then. We'll demold this in a few hours. So I'll see you then. Right, let's demold this. Now, first of all, let's take the holographic inlay off the back. Yeah, it's just trapped a load of bubbles. Probably hasn't done a lot in terms of holographics. And probably hasn't done a lot in terms of holographics, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to see if it had because of all that blinking glitter. What it has done is squash the resin up onto the edges of the mould. I had a little bit of overspill as a result, but you can just peel that away. Nice and easy, or go around it afterwards with some scissors, you know, whatever, that'll come off. Yeah, look, it all went down the sides and I've got a bit of a clean-up job to do there. Right, let's have a look. It's still out of shape. I'm just going to end up buying a new mould, I think. But we'll be able to see what the effect of the glitter's like. The tinsel is like anyway. So that was the bit I wanted to look at. Maybe it'll just look like he's got an awkward smile. I mean, he's dead after all. It's a skull. Why are we fascinated by skulls? It's quite morbid, isn't it? Oh, there we are. Whoa! I'll tell you what, even if he is lopsided, you don't notice too much, do you? A little bit lopsided. But look at that! That's just tinsel. Isn't that mad? Oh, I love it. Probably should have spent a bit more time making sure it had gone. The resin had got right underneath there. I probably should have used a deep cast one, because I can feel a little bit on the surface, but not much. There we are. Isn't he gorgeous? Yeah, lots of bubbles. But you know what? I don't care. That just to me is adding to the sparkle. So, and you know, it was just a bit of an experiment for me. Hope you like this one, folks. If you did, it's got to be the quickest, easiest project on the planet, other than waiting for the resin to dry. Just give me a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate that. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Buttons down here, and of course, it is totally free. Big shout out to my channel members as well. Thank you for your additional support, and thank you everyone for watching. It means the world to me. I look forward to seeing you for the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye.